Hi everyone, this is CherryEnchantress, and this is your January reading for January 2025. If you're watching in real time, but also this can be just a general prediction if you want it to be, but it really is intended for January 2025. And so today I am filming it on January 1st, and therefore it may be a little bit into January by the time you watch this, but hopefully you'll get the full benefit of this reading for this month. So we have 3 piles here. We have one with Snowflakes, pile 2 is Swan, and pile 3 is North Star. Alright, so take a deep breath in through your nose. Close your eyes, release your breath through your mouth. Alright, now open your eyes and let them be drawn to the pile that is calling you. We're going to look at spirit messages, love messages, healing messages, and abundance for the month of January. Let's begin. And you picked pile number 1 with Snowflakes. So let's see, you have Snowflakes and I think an additional card. Nope, that's it, Snowflakes. Oh no, you do have additional. Okay, the additional card is Dawn. I knew I was, when I shuffled them, I was pairing them up. So I did a pre-shuffle. And by the way, this deck is so beautiful. It's from the Seasons of the Witch Imbolc, which is in February. But it's okay to start looking at this right now because of this kind of cold winter, the blue winter energy is upon the northern hemisphere. So let's check into Snowflakes. Snowflakes are talking about enjoying life, not missing special moments, not taking things for granted. Every moment is a sacred gift, a blessing that you shouldn't take for granted. And this card is questioning whether or not you have made time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. The thing to ask yourself when this card comes out is, what have you been missing out on lately? Is it time with family and friends, or maybe you can't remember the last time you actually enjoyed a meal rather than rushing through one? So take note of your first thought and make an effort to nurture this area of your life. So another thing that comes to mind with this card is you might be thinking that there's time to do something later, or you putting something off, but it's not just about putting it off. It's also feeling like an opportunity might come again. There's often times where we feel like we decide not to take action because we were trying to be cautious or safe. And so I think there could be a chance where that might not be helpful this month for you. But also, you know, if people are inviting you to things, I think saying yes more often than saying no. So don't bail on friends. Don't, you know, just like there's like sometimes you don't want to have the missed opportunity, and I think there's a chance that could happen if you say no too many times. So I feel like say yes a little more often than saying no, but do, you know, within your comfort zone and your boundaries for sure. And be very open about clues of all sorts, because you don't want to overlook something or miss something. It could even be a money thing, like some kind of lucky thing coming through for you. So just keep aware. There's something that's trying to get your attention, and just keep your head up to see it. And yeah, in relationships too, there could be some kind of interesting appearance change, moment that's doesn't quite catch on that it's a fleeting thing, and then when it goes by too fast, you're like, oh, I should have spent more time with it, or I should have done something differently. So try to like use a little of your clairvoyance or your claircognizance in moments too, like kind of predict for yourself if this is something that you really need to put more effort or time into, or make it last, or appreciate it a little bit more. Yeah. And so the dawn is talking about stillness and focusing on the self and presence. So this is a great way to get you in that state without actually having to meditate, going into a state of stillness and presence. Slow it down, move slower still, become the witness swelling in presence. There is great intelligence in stillness, in which you are free to disconnect from the noise and chaos of everyday life. You're being asked to look past your need to be productive, choosing instead to stand still, be at ease, and take solace in doing absolutely nothing. Now that may go against what I just said, but there is a moment for that as well. There is. And you have to decide the difference. This is your time to rest and reflect. Listen to your spirit, asking it what it needs in the moment to be honored and fulfilled. But at the same time, they both are the same message as well, because being in presence means you are absorbing a moment that may pass by too fast. So you have to sit there and enjoy it while you can. So sometimes you have to decide for yourself, do you really need to take action right now? Or is it just your ego saying that you got so many things to do in a certain amount of time, you got to get it, hurry up and get it over with? And I catch myself doing that too. Like I was catching myself during Christmas, and I'm like, you know what, Cherry, you're setting your own schedule here and your own time frame to do things. Nobody's asking you to do these things. You're doing it to yourself. So if you're frustrated that you don't make a certain goal at a certain time, that's just you. Don't be frustrated with yourself. Just realize things don't always happen the way you're planning them, but who cares, right? It's just the way you wanted to do it, but it's okay if it doesn't happen the way you want to do it. So, I mean, this is a conversation I have with myself. Like, for instance, I guess certain things I didn't create in time or whatever, get things out. Like, so, for instance, this reading now is on January 1st instead of, I don't know, December 26th or something. But you know what I mean? In big picture, it's still okay. And you are being my beautiful, loving sparkles of light are still good with it, so it's more of that Virgo energy that wants me to do everything just right, don't disappoint people, get it done, but really it's a self-imposed kind of thing. So I think Spirit is saying, just be aware where this is coming from. Sometimes it's sure it can come from a boss if you're working somewhere and your boss has a deadline or blah blah blah, but the urgency doesn't have to be your decision. You can still get things done without that sense of desperation or urgency. I ran into a guy that was like that immediately. He walked through the door and he had this kind of crazy urgency, and I was just thinking, what's the point of this? And why snapping and being bossy? And there's no real need for that. Like, there's no need for that. We're just a bunch of people volunteering to help fix an air conditioner, and there's no need for that, right? So, but it's interesting. It's interesting how that comes out in people sometimes. So I'm not saying that you are doing this. Like, you could be encountering other people as well that have that. And it could help you just reflect a little bit better on how, we should just pace ourselves in whatever way we see fit to pace ourselves. And sometimes we do need to speed up and take an opportunity, but most of the time we need to sink in and appreciate the moments as they come. So, sometimes a little time in solitude is a powerful healing method for you to embrace. So, your next card is from the Magical Mystery Tour of the Fairies. No, it is the Magical Messages of the Fairies, which I showed in the 2025 reading as well. I think it was the career one. So you have perfect timing coming in. So it's interesting, this timing thing. That's like, you're going to know. I feel like just really lean in your claircognizance, your knowing ability. And this is the right time for you to move forward. Sometime in January, you're going to feel it, that it's right. And here, let's get some tarot. We've got Strength. The grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. I think that's self-explanatory, you know, and there could be a little hint to a Beauty and the Beast energy here too as well, maybe, in the love. Let's see what else. The Four of Winter, again, see, it's this kind of balance, tackling things and then resting. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation. And this is important too, because sometimes it's hard to make good decisions when you're not well rested. So if you don't sleep enough and you fuel yourself with coffee to wake yourself up, then sometimes that caffeine can do something to you that's sort of contrary from what it would be naturally if you were awake. Like if you were well rested, you woke up naturally, then you began your day, your energy is slightly different. I'm not saying that you should not have coffee. I believe in coffee, but I'm just saying that coffee shouldn't be the substitute of sleeping well, right? So make sure you get rest. And then we have the Queen of Winter, strong, patient, self-sufficient, and funny. Lean into humor whenever possible. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career. You may be unmarried or divorced, or may encounter other similar people to you, and that can be a nice thing to find more people like you. Know where you're coming from. You could even join some kind of social group of divorced people, or like a singles group, or even something like that, possibly. All right, so let's see what love is coming towards you. We have crescent moon. So we just had a new moon in Capricorn yesterday, in real time, December 31st. So the crescent moon should be coming up pretty soon, within this week. And so that's your first chance, I think, a little glimmer of some kind of flirtation or something coming through. And then we have snow flurries. Snow flurries is kind of this indoor-outdoor energy. I'm going to read my book that I wrote, and I'll tell you what it means. So snow flurries represents or expresses a time of stillness and peace. So you have a lot of that going on in here. You could be meeting someone in a winter log cabin retreat. It's a combination of the cold of the outdoors and the cozy warmth of the indoors, and knowing you will be safe and warm inside. It also depicts a distant, secluded place, like a getaway from the rest of the world, like the Hermit card. But this could be a place for two. Timing is winter, but it also could be a card for one. But because this is these two cards represent your love life, maybe that's moving a little bit too fast if you're not involved with anyone. But there's something about the connection that's very private. It could be simply going to a restaurant or something that's very kind of out of the way, and there's not a lot of people there, or a restaurant that has like a fireplace or something like that has kind of that cozy cabin energy. So that's possible. Maybe some kind of date for those of you who are single and unmarried, like this person. But if you are married, or if you have a person in your life, a significant other, then this could be just like creating a scene for yourself. And the crescent moon is good energy to have a little getaway with somebody that you love. So yeah. And if that doesn't happen, this is like an opportunity, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to go out and find somebody and go to a little log cabin in the woods with them. No, that's not what I'm saying. It just means that this energy is available for those who are in that mode, right? In that love mode. But if you are still in seeking mode, and no one actually pops up in the next couple of weeks, then give yourself the love. Usually that's the alternative message in the love. If you haven't really found the one, that you want to go through this energy with, you definitely treat yourself to that energy. All right, and I think I have a little bit more love message. We're here, the whispers of love. So this is saying, oh, we got more presents. Be in the present and dream of the future. This could be like a meditation for love too. When we dream, everything is possible, and visualization, and like just really, really, really get clear of what you want. Like, what does it look like? Paint that picture in your head of what your love life, your ideal love life would be like, and really, really be clear on that, and make that a project. Like, you could even get away and make that a project if you wanted to. So for those of you who don't have the love life, or want to level up what they already have, right? All right, so now we're going to go into the healing messages. So your healing message is replenish. Replenish is a very nice one. It's like the same themes keep coming back. So definitely all the right cards came out for you. It's possible to be happy. I mean, so replenish is just like, look at this beautiful artwork anyway. Let's stare at these beautiful images. We've got like a person doing a lot, like being kind of a multitasker. She's very busy. She does things for lots of different people, some things for herself, and some romantic time and family time and whatever. But this is saying that you need your own alone time as much as all of this togetherness time. It's not possible to be happy or at your best all the time. And, obviously we know that. But there's a certain way to look at when you're feeling low, and how to treat yourself when you're feeling low, so it doesn't kind of get out of control, or ruin your day or ruin your week or whatever. So having depleted energy or off days is a natural part of everyday life. It's how you manage those times when you are energetically low that's important. It's very important to take care of your emotional energy just as you take care of your physical well-being. And that means like addressing things like depression, fear, mood swings, anger, feeling drained of energies, having strategy for coping, and replenishing yourself like an exercise program, or identify ways of regrouping and gaining control of your energy. I just heard in my head, like, instead of doing for others, like find groups that actually can do for you, right? And it's okay, like you don't have to have guilt if other people help you out for a change. There's benefits to scheduling a day each month. This to me feels like assistance coming through, aids, helping people coming through. So you can have more of your you time. And I think that's definitely happening in January. So, and also give yourself some, chances to sleep in once in a while. It could be whatever. It's also watching your favorite movie, or eating your favorite food, or making dinner date with a friend, or whatever makes you feel good and helps you revitalize your energy. Also, if a friend calls you up and wants to treat you, yes, say yes to free food, say yes to dressing up and doing something pretty nice for yourself, or whatever, male, female, it doesn't matter. Like doing something nice for yourself. Getting on those new shoes, wearing your new watch you got for Christmas, whatever. So here in this picture, you can see this beautiful woman unwinding in satin sheets while the hustle and bustle of activity goes all around her. Take care of yourself. It is up to you to replenish your energy. The color lilac represents the future, your imagination, and your dreams. Lilac is grounding. It also inspires and enhances psychic ability and spiritual enlightenment. You are resilient. You will overcome anything that comes your way. So a difficult period is diminishing and moving into your past. There you go. So you can count on that. All right, so another little winter card for you is richness. This is your money card, or one of your money cards. So there is definitely richness to be had, and richness is not only measured in money. I feel like your life is going to be very rich, full of goodness. So, and I think it's going to be a very full of activity life as well. That's why you need to find time for yourself and balance things out. All right, and then we have from the angel answers, success coming through in the money sector. And so don't stop what you're doing. Spirit is saying that your success is coming from exactly what you are doing right now. So continue doing that. There may be different things that you may implement or whatever, but you're definitely on the right track in your money sector, in your career sector, whatever you want to call that. All right, in the job realm. All right, let's just see what your charms have to say. All right, so you've got the word love. Love is coming through. Love. Okay, flip over. And you got Shiner. Shiner representing Texas. So visit Texas. That's a good thing to do in January. I don't know. No, Texas connections maybe. Something that has to do with the state, but not necessarily. It could also do with some of the words like Shiner, you're shining, and especially, and beer, maybe having a beer with a friend. I don't know if you like beer, but maybe you drink a drink you like and somebody drinks a beer. We have music here. Ooh, we got the twin flames. So it feels like a good connection. It can also represent children, but I used to always make this signify twin flames. So here we have music, and we have the moon. There's that crescent moon. So definitely the crescent moon could go look into it and see what day the crescent moon is, because that could be like a really important day to say yes to an invitation. We have stocking. This little stocking, it could be like things that you got for Christmas that you could use, that you can continue using. And I got glue or something on my finger. All right, but I often see it as kind of like I don't know why, but it makes me think of a first aid kit because of that cross. But it's just like gifts, things that you receive that you can really implement and use now. You've got, or give yourself a gift if you didn't get any, but give yourself some. The clock, I always see this kind of as Cogsworth clock from the Beauty and the Beast, like there's a divine timing happening here. And and that's real important. So yeah, it's all in this timing. It's also, it's keeping those dates, but not rushing and not getting out of whack if you don't make a certain time exactly. But just remember that there is opportunities that are coming at a certain window, right, of opportunity. So you've got the puzzle piece, which represents like a perfect fit, like the perfect match, which I didn't use my my romantic fairy deck, but I'm going to see. Let's see if the perfect match comes out for you, because that's kind of what the puzzle piece means to me. This is going a little longer than I expected. Ooh, bonding with somebody. I mean, it is very possible you could make an instant bond with somebody and go to that log cabin in the woods. I don't know. But still, or at least a very private, sweet first date with this person. And you get to know them. And as you do, you discover many things in common. So I love that. All right. And then this Kundalini snake is just like the rippling effect going up your spine. I recommend highly aligning your chakras and doing a Kundalini meditation. They are really wonderful, and it gives you a really powerful transformative energy. So there you go. There is pile number 1. I hope you liked it. Thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below. Subscribe if you're new. If you are not and you've returned, then thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you. And I'm going to move on to the next pile, and you can also join me. So I'll see you there. Moving on. And here is pile number 2 with the Swan. And you have, so the Swan is saying, I am everything I seek, the one I am meant to trust above all else to create one of the strongest loves within my lifetime. All right, so I pre-shuffled this, but I already know that this particular pile feels very lovey-dovey. And then you got this companion one. The cinnamon rolls, yum. Warm my heart, all deserving comfort, readies my heart. So love and delicious foods. And might I add, these are mirrored numbers, 41, 14. So whenever we have mirrored numbers, I often see twin flames and or kindred out there that is like a perfect match to you. It's also that like what you're going through, they're going through, maybe not in the exact same way, but a similar energy. The Swan is loyalty, romance, love, creating strong relationships to self as well. So this card can mean 2 things. First, it is a beautiful connection. And this could also be like if you were at pile 1 and you wanted to watch the other this pile 2 as well, it could be a little extension on the love life situation as well. So first message or meaning here is a beautiful connection to finding a life partner or a soulmate-like connection. Swans stay with one partner for the entirety of their lives. And if you went searching for an image of a swan, you'd be hard-pressed not to come across 2 swans connecting in a heart-shaped embrace. Romance, love, and loyalty are very heart of this card. So if your reading is about another person, then receiving this card is a good omen for a beautiful, loving relationship that has the potential to go the distance. Of course, this is general January, but if you chose this, you may very well have a love in your heart that you want to know how this plays out in January. Also, though, if you don't, and if you're not sure yet if somebody's coming through, like if you're single or if you have yet to meet somebody, maybe you have a crush on somebody. So number 1, the first message could be true. But if you haven't yet noticed anybody that could be a potential person, or you're not with anyone, then the message could be that it's all about you and the relationship with yourself. And this could be guiding you to find a deeper respect for yourself and see the great potential you have. So we all know the story of the ugly duckling, and the fact is the ugly duckling was not a duck, it was just a swan. So it was mislabeled, and so you too may have some kind of mislabeled energy coming through where you turn out to be more beautiful, or something is more beautiful than what was initially thought, or you were misjudged somehow. And sometimes it is the flawed or misunderstood opinions of other people. And you are just amazing just for being you. And you are destined for great things. But you also need to fall in love with yourself and believe you're deserving of having what you want. And so now it's just time to decide which meaning it is for you. Maybe it's both, because in order to love anyone else, you have to love yourself first. So there could be a person coming through, or maybe you are interested in them, but you don't know if anything's going to happen. It may very well happen if you choose to love yourself first. All right, so now let's see the cinnamon rolls, which is maybe you have to just not eat as many of these. I don't know. Eat your dang cinnamon rolls. You're allowed to. Anyway, this is love, self-love, comfort, being content, and peace. The cinnamon roll card is a positive omen for love readings, and it can mean a significant commitment, such as a declaration of love or proposal is very near. So definitely for those of you this resonates. If you are with somebody and you're eager for things to level up between you and your person, this is definitely the case. If you're single and you don't see anyone out there, there is a person possibly showing up in January. You just didn't even know that this was going to happen, you know. There could be a crush, somebody you think you're hoping likes you. Maybe it turns out they like you just as much as you like them. So this is a sweet card, and it appears in your reading when all seems right in your emotional world. The feeling is one of being at peace and taking joy in realizing all or most of your emotional desires have manifested for you. This can also mean your gratitude and commitment to a positive outlook have drawn you the good fortune that you are experiencing. So good on you for having a good attitude and visualizing the things that you want in your life. More and more, you will find yourself welcoming extra abundant support and blessings into your life. But don't forget to share your good favor with the community and especially those who are closest to you. What good is celebrating life if you can't do it with others? Your willingness to help other people in need will be repaid to you, and that's incredible. And it'll show up in so many unexpected ways. That's another thing I feel like that's coming out in this pile, is the unexpected. Something in a good way, though. Okay, and if you would like to make, I might do this, a cinnamon and coffee simmer pot. This is a spell, and it's a simple spell, and it's great to do the day after a full moon. So right now we're in new moon energy, so we have to wait until I think it's the 13th for the full moon. But wait until later this month, and this is going to help ground the energy of your house. Grounding is essential for calming chaotic energy. So you'll need 4 cups of water, 2 to 3 cinnamon sticks, 2 tablespoons of coffee, 2 to 3 star anise, and 1 banana peel. Add all of the ingredients to a small medium pot, bring to boil, then turn down to simmer, and then when the flame is high, set your intentions to ground the energy in your home. There you go. Okay. Very nice. I like spells. So let's see what else we have. So this card is for your, let's see, what is this? This is your, some more messages, and it's magical messages from the fairies. And your desire is within reach. So have faith as everything is working in your favor. And I feel like this is across the board. So if you're wondering, hey, you know, that's great about love, but I want to know about my money situation too, I think that's what that means as well. So let's see about, I have to wait for a card to pass by, your tarot. So what we got, we haven't, oh, you see, you got the Lovers. True love is long-lasting, choices made from the heart, a return to good health as well. I think I'll just leave it at that. Lovers is union, and so you are really, especially those of you who are already in a connection, this could be that thing that levels you up. This could be the proposal, the engagements, the leveling up, moving in together, things like that. And those of you who are not, it could be like a falling in love and finding someone. Let's see what else. And we have the Six of Winter. Positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. So you could be meeting somebody, or somebody could be traveling to you. There could be a trip involved somehow in your love life. But it doesn't have to be love life. It could be a business adventure too. Business venture, an adventure. All right, let's see what else. And the Prince of Winter. This is a person. He's intellectual, or she, determined, focused, and impulsive. So seek out an intellectual solution to your problem, the need to act quickly and decisively, sudden or unexpected changes. So again, with these good changes coming through, okay? And people that you're meeting that will help you, where you kind of have to make a quick decision about something. this month, possibly. So let's continue with the love with my Fairy Forecast deck. Whoa, Love Awakens and Angel's Kiss. Some kissing going on. All right. So Love Awakens is the reverse Sleeping Beauty. Basically, you have the power, or let's just say you, if you're the feminine, have the power to wake up the masculine. But I'm just going to read it from my book that I made myself. Okay. The divine masculine is waking up with your help, and or vice versa, you're the divine masculine and you're being woken up. And there's an example here that the feminine is giving. And this card shows a kind of Sleeping Beauty fairy tale in reverse, where the hero is the feminine and she helps the masculine to wake up to his new self. So there you go. Like your wisdom is powerful, or the feminine's wisdom is powerful, waking up the masculine's wisdom, or waking up the masculine who may have been asleep. So the opposite of woke is asleep. There is no other meaning for woke. Woke is a made-up thing that somebody used that doesn't have any sense to it at all. Woke, it means you're not enlightened, you're not aware, you're hiding your head in the sand, you're not paying attention. The opposite of woke. So being awake is a good thing. It means enlightened, being aware, open-minded, seeing the big picture, being clear-minded. That's what woke means, and that's what is happening here. Well, this feeling of feeling awake and alive in a connection, in a relationship. The Angel's Kiss is talking about a kiss. It could be a dream kiss, for some of you who's still not sure who this is, or maybe you've been dreaming of kissing someone. But this kiss could soon turn into a reality. And it also just plain feels like it could be a remote kiss. Like, do you ever get that sensation? Like, especially if you're in like a twin flame situationship, you could feel remote connections with people. You know what I often do? I have clairs, right? I have clairvoyance, which is seeing things, clairaudience, which is hearing things, claircognizance, which is knowing things, and clairsentience, which is feeling things. But where is the clairsmelliance? Because I have clear smells. I smell things. I smell like laundry, and I smell cigarettes, and I smell a variety of different things randomly, sometimes just sitting on my couch, and I'm like, I'm not doing laundry, and I'm not smoking cigarettes, and I'm not washing dishes, I'm not doing anything, and I smell things. Or I'm driving. Sure, when you're driving, you can smell, pot coming from a car or something, or the smell of tailpipes or whatever, but this is different. It's just random, something that would not be in another person's car or whatever. So I don't know if it's a thing. You guys can comment if you get that sensation too, this smelling thing. Smells from out of the blue. But the Angel Kiss is about manifesting physical love. So what's been going on in the spiritual world when it comes to love is actually being manifested. But you have to make sure that it is, that you're deciding what you want. Like, you have created a vision and you want it and you're looking at it and now you're manifesting it. And also, if you have a kiss in a dream, that oftentimes represents communication with somebody. So if you dream about talking to a person of interest, kissing a person of interest, it could mean that they're about to give you a phone call or reach out to you or something like that. And it could also represent a heartfelt talk in your waking world. All right. So now let's see a little bit more about love with Whispers of Love. We have, the Union of Hearts. A love connection defies explanation. And again, that goes with the Lovers. So I feel like this is definitely a union type of month for you. Somehow, some way. There is a connection of heart, body, mind, and soul. I'm feeling all of them, but at least the majority of them. And if it can't be a 3D physical thing, I feel like at the very least you're going to feel a lot of like remote touching, feeling, smelling kind of energy too. All right, and then let's see about your healing for the month. So we have the whispers of healing, you have meditation, which is kind of like, might be something that you get a lot, and you're like, oh, meditation again. Okay, I'll try to find time to meditate. But, you know, there's all kinds of fun ways to meditate that don't require, like, closing your eyes and counting and relaxing your body and trying to clear all the thoughts out of your head. Like, that's a good way, or a good way to start. But sometimes you can just be mindful on your walks and things like that. That's a way of meditating. Or be so absorbed in drawing a picture that the rest of the world doesn't exist. It falls away. And then everything in that moment just turns into color and splotches and lines and swirls and twirls. Like I really recommend any kind of drawing, but like impressionistic drawing can be a very great meditative thing to do. So in meditation, we can find the space between thoughts and mind chatter. When you meditate, you allow your mind to be in a state of peace. This shift in thinking will help stop any limiting and negative thoughts you might have fallen prey to. When fearful thinking gains a foothold in your mind, it can take root and become habitual. Expecting the worst possible outcome can become your normal response, and it can be hard to recognize and release fearful thinking. And you know what I'm getting from this is kind of interesting, but this love awakens energy, like it could be the feminine is helping the masculine realize this, helping the masculine get out of this fear-based or lack mentality, and realizing the best way to get into an energy of manifesting is letting go of the fearful thinking, because that's what brings limiting things. Like if you want to see yourself as limitless, your love is limitless, your life is limitless, then stop like with the monkey mind and listening to all the falseness in the world and that infiltrates in your mind, because the mind is processing it and repeating it over and over in your head and turning you into manipulating and programming your brain or whatever. Like, be really aware of the things that you're watching and that you're absorbing in your life, because you could be turning into, anyway, I'm not going to keep going, but the point is, this could be a conversation that the feminine and the masculine have, because it has something to do with the world, the way the world works. And meditation is a very great tool of clearing out that energy and getting back to a basic energy in your system, where the truth is just your soul, your beautiful soul, and the world you create for yourself, and the rest is noise, Certainly, we do have the mundane world where we kind of interact with people and do our days in and days out. But it's important to take a minute and silence your mind, breathe in, and imagine this breath traveling through your body. Take a second breath and ask your body to relax. You are creating a connection with your higher self, God, spirit, and your intuition. I think that's very important. I know there may be atheists out there, and whether you believe in a higher power or not, I just feel, and you know what, you're allowed to feel any way you want to, but I really feel like at the very least, you should imagine a higher version of yourself, like a more evolved, divine version of yourself, and see that person being the wise one guiding you through life, But, you know, of course, if you believe in God, now's the time to like get real. I think this is a good month to get in more into your spirituality or encourage your person, because I think that's important for a lot of the feminines out there. So just 1 minute a day of meditation can provide a mental reprieve from the thoughts connected with illness, loss, or low vibrational thoughts. This can go a long way toward healing. So we see a sleeping woman and she's surrounded by wintry imagery. The different scenes indicate a connection with your true essence, your inner resources, and times when you feel happier. The snow suggests purity, cleansing, and discovering hidden thoughts and fears. The goose may signify a need for reorganizing your priorities and the importance of many blessings you have in life. As you hold these images in your mind, begin a meditation to see if any messages come to you. Don't worry or strain. Commit to meditating for a minute a day and increase it as you start to feel comfortable. Find soothing music that helps you relax. With practice, clarity and relief from stress may come more easily. And I enjoy guided meditations because it sort of helps me when somebody's just showing me the way, lighting me the way. And I also enjoy music like binaural beats and things like that, with a theme, you know, like a theme for abundance, a theme for this and that. I enjoy like listening to those kinds of music things to help with that intention setting and that absorbing that particular kind of energy. You also may like Reiki healing as a way to rest, meditate, and also absorb this positivity that the Reiki healer provides. All right, and so let's see what else we have. We have another winter message, companionship. Okay, so I really feel like the tangible connections are here this month. Physical connection and or, you know, at the very least, you know, being in communication, a regular communication with somebody, playing or hanging out with a particular friend or lover. It's very strong. And then let's see what your angel answers have to say for the money sector for this month. And you have opportunities coming in and you're ready. Remember now, meditation works great for money things as well. Meditation works great in all areas of your life, especially if you tend to have a lack mentality when it comes to money and abundance. It really will set you in a better frame of mind as well. So even when things look bleak, you can still absorb in your mind this ability to manifest an opportunity. But you know, this one is saying you're ready. Like, I feel like this month you're going to find a way to make yourself ready to receive this opportunity. A lot of times we block it because we don't see ourselves as ready or deserving or worthy. But I feel like you will finally get to that state where I am ready to receive. Bring me the opportunity. All right, let's see what your charms have to say. All right, we have maybe if there's a feeling of loss, there's a feeling of found. Oh, we have a trip here, a lost trip. Follow the lost trip, or go on a trip. If you get lost, follow the girl. Ooh, that's important. See, I really do think if there's a masculine out there that's watching this, follow the girl. She has the right idea, the feminine here. Don't always think that you know it all. Your counterpart here, she's lighting the way for you, okay? And it also in money, possibly. Just keep that in mind. You have the number 8. Something could be happening on the 8th. Important. Ooh, January 8th is Elvis's birthday and Jim Carrey. And there's a lot of famous people born on January 8th, I believe. It's an interesting day. And it's like a very Capricorn day. Because 8 represents Capricorn. All right, and then we have the fish is abundance. I'm telling you, financial abundance, recognition, flow, fertility, and harmony in love. We have peace and love. We have painting. I claim this pile, okay? By the way, I'm claiming the pile because of everything, because I like love and opportunities and kisses, and I also love to paint. And I don't know why I brought up that idea of paint meditating, but honestly, with me, when I'm drawing, even if it's on the iPad, it feels so, it's not just relaxing, but it also feels like a healthy escape. So meditation is kind of a healthy escape. Instead of, like watching TV is okay and things like that, but there's the commercials and everything that goes with that form, with social media and television, things like that. There's a lot of infiltrated messaging that's going on. So it's important to not do that, to balance at least your TV watching and social media with meditation and other kinds of escape type things that are good for you, like exercise, walking, and things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting. Yeah, okay. And playing like healthy playing, like outdoors, swinging, basketball, whatever. You have swinging, as in swinging in like at a playground in a tree or something like that. You've got someone special here, yes, and you are special too, and you've got this heart, and this is like the yin yang heart, like one side is silver and one side is gold, and y'all are like two peas in a pod. And then the sword of truth is here. The sword of truth is important because there is a truth that's coming out, and it's time to sort of wake up and listen to the truth, okay? And there may be kind of a caterpillar phase going through here before the butterfly happens. There's still this caterpillar, like there's approaching, there's a processing, there's moving into this. There's the potential to transform yourself. And the pipe is the peace pipe, and the Hopi Indians use the peace pipe to manifest rain, and they are pretty much 100% accurate. I mean, every time they try it, they make the rain. So if that's possible, I feel like limitless, you can do anything. You just have to really have faith, trust, and Pixie does. You have to really just sink into it and know, and use your cogs, your clairs, If you're getting that smelling clair, then there's a sign in there too. It's almost like there's a veil that comes down, like there is no space, or you can be in the same room with somebody even if they're miles away. You know what I mean? Something like that, I feel like, is a message here. This time and space stuff, it's all very interesting. Some of my favorite movies are time travel movies, especially romantic time travel movies. So I mean, it's just kind of an interesting thought to me, but time in general is kind of an interesting thing to ponder. And why not ponder that instead of, I don't know, ponder the daily news, ponder time travel. All right, well, I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. Please feel free to comment. You are welcome to join me in another pile. I'm headed to now pile 3, but you can go to pile 1, or this could be it. And thank you very much, and I'll see you at the next reading. Y'all give me some messages of what kind of readings you would like. I think I'm going to try to add a few more pick-a-cards than I have been doing in place of watching TV. I'm going to do pick-a-cards instead. Okay. Anyway, so I'll see you at your next pile. But thank you if you're a returning subscriber. Thank you so much for being here, all of you. And then I'm moving on. And here is pile number 3 with the North Star. I like the North Star. And you also have a companion one. Oh, wait. Companion card, which is... This is a really nice thick pile of cards, you guys. I really got deep into this. So you have the Moon, the Milk Moon Witch. All right, and so they're like partners, 32 and 31. They're like next door neighbors. And this ship is like, shoo, 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 like ships coming in, ships going out. I also see the ships often as passive income. So like it feels like lots going on no matter what you're doing up here. There's a lot also going on back there. This could be all your investments, your portfolios, and all of this, like really good money making skills here. All right, so the North Star is saying, I am an embodiment of what I seek, walking with purpose while focused on my path. I really think if you're one of those people that watch all three piles, I feel like you're going to get an in-depth reading in 3 areas of your life. For some reason, that's what's coming out. It's not intention to be that way. It's like each pile is supposed to be about spirit, love, healing, and abundance, but there is an emphasis, I feel like, on each pile as well. So the North Star, so in other words, I feel like this one has kind of a money abundance emphasis. At least it's starting out that way. Polaris, more commonly known as the North Star, is unlike any other star in the night sky. I want it to... There we go. While most stars appear to change their position as the Earth spins in the northern hemisphere, the North Star will always guide you north and give you a way to orient your direction when you're feeling lost. I'm getting excited feelings. Okay, so interesting that the pile 2 ended in the charms with the word lost. So the North Star is your next step. So please, if you want to watch all 3 piles, I totally recommend it. It just does give you big picture. And I'm also feeling 3 Kings Day coming up, which is January 6th. So something important could be happening that day since this card came out for you. And the northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere, and is the counterpart to the North Star, and it's considered to be Polaris Australis, also known as Sigma Octantis, and it faces south. This card encourages you to find your own North Star, the personal values, beliefs, or purpose that you can come back to when you've lost your way. That may be a cause that you feel deeply moved by, the love of your family, a goal you wish to achieve, or a mantra you've chosen to live your life by. However, of all the ways to stay centered and intentional, knowing yourself is perhaps the most important reason of all. You may need to detach from your situation or the people around you to reconnect with the center of your sky, yourself. Distractions could have caused you to blow off course, but there is still plenty of time to make necessary adjustments. Okay, that's for some, right? And I also, for everyone in general, I think it would be a really nice thing to learn what your North Node is in astrology, because it is said that the North Node is kind of like this lifetime's purpose, or helps to guide you on your purpose. Whereas your South Node represents past life energy, which are things that you should let go of, for learning purposes. There's some things you can still implement, but you should let go of. In my case, and I feel like I'm the same as the United States. My nodes are the same. No, not in the same houses, but anyway, I feel like U.S. has a North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra. And so the North Node, or it could be the reverse. Maybe it's the reverse, but anyway. So for me, and I have a stellium in the 12th house in Libra. So it's almost like blatantly obvious because 12th house represents past lives, and Libra in a Libra South Node represents past lives. And it's like in the past I would maybe have just been too laid back, too passive, and too easygoing, and too letting people take charge and not taking charge. So for the longest time, I believed to myself that Libra was good, Aries was bad, just like in general way of looking at things. Because my mom was Libra and my dad's Aries, not that I thought she was all good and he was all bad, but their personalities, like she was comfort to me and he was, aggression. But with time, I learned that her procrastination sometimes bothered me more than his acting on things quickly. And it was sort of a relief when he did at times. And then her like keeping things to herself and pretending like everything was okay. But him obviously being honest and truthful about things and just blurting things out could have been harsh, but they were helpful a lot of the times. So with time, I've learned that both signs has their good and bad traits to them. And so now in my older age, I've had to decide what are the negative things of Libra that I need to leave behind, and then hold on to the good things, and then what are the positive things of Aries that I need to lean into more than I usually would have, because Libra is such a comfort zone area for me. So some of you may not be facing similar situations. Like I know people who their North Node is the same as their Sun sign, and which just means, be yourself and you'll be fine, But a lot of people really have to go outside of their comfort zones. So check on that and see what your node is telling you to help to help with your success in life, to help in your life path. All right, and so now the Milk Moon Witch. I like this one. This is so happy. The keywords are clarity and tides are turning and victorious outcome. Yeehaw! So in all areas of your life, you're having victory. But I think most especially is like career and life path. Watch as the tides turn in your favor, weaving the waters within and conjuring unspoken desire. The answer to your situation is about to become very clear, just as the night sky blooms with moonlight on the full moon. Okay, so full moon energy. It's interesting, the moon has been really showing up in this reading, and all three readings. We had the crescent moon for love life in pile 2. We had the new moon and the full moon in pile 1, and again the full moon coming up. I feel like I don't remember exactly, but I think it is on the 13th, coming up pretty soon in January. We had the new moon on the 31st. So right now we're still in new moon energy. Great time for resolutions and starting new things. But soon enough, we'll use that full moon to manifest things. So there's something about what you've asked that has remained hidden until now, a piece of information you didn't know was missing, or confirmation that your suspicions were correct. Perhaps it's confirmations that you've had it wrong the entire time, leading to a very pleasant surprise. I like pleasant surprises. No matter what your opinions are about your circumstances, know that things are about to reach an apex, and you'll have everything you need to make a proper decision. Expect things to work in your favor when pulling this card, and that you will soon move into a positive, nourishing period. You may experience a financial windfall, or you will be victorious in legal matter or competition. There you go, you guys. So you are the lucky money pile. And this, I don't know why I'm so excited. I was like, yay, money for me. I claim all piles. I was claiming pile number 2, but I think I want to claim all 3 piles. All right, let's see now. What does the little fairies want to say? This is from the Magical Messages of the Fairies. And you got the power. Use your abilities to resolve the situation. You can do it. I say that all the time. From Happy Gilmore. I don't know, that one guy, he's in a lot of movies, but he's always saying, you can do it. That's my favorite thing to do. I like to encourage people. So yes, you can do it. And then our tarot, you have the moon, powerful, intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. It's clarity coming through. I think like maybe a period, like maybe you've just been in that period. And here's the crescent moon. So like right now, this first week of January, you're going to be in this sort of, ooh, what's going to happen next? Maybe instead of like worrying, distract your attention into pleasurable things like playing music or doing artistic things. I love this fairy's hair. I mean, isn't she so pretty? So yeah, because I think that moon is going to explain to you what the truth is, and it's going to be pretty nice, happy surprise. And it's going to be a sigh of relief, Anyway, the truth. We're going to have a good message. It's got to be good. Let's manifest the best possible outcome. Let's manifest an outcome where we don't need to learn any more lessons, right? I mean, we don't have to go through lessons. We're enlightened and we've got it figured out, and we can just enjoy the fruits of our knowledge and our clarity, right? Let's manifest that. I'm going to manifest that. Okay. Let's see what else. All right. We got the Ace of Winter. So this is like the Ace of Swords. Is enlightenment. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas that should be implemented. So those like aha moments, lean into that. Whatever comes to you on an aha moment, write it down right away in case you forget it. And remember to implement it in the moment that you feel is right. And then you also have the King of Winter, knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, unemotional. Get advice from someone professional and objective, public speaking, unemotional relationships. So this is not necessarily a lover. It could be, it could be you, or it could be somebody that you're interested in. But I feel like the relationship definitely starts off more in a platonic way than anything else. This could be a new friend or whatever. Like it said, somebody you get advice from. King of Winter can represent air signs like Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And we're about at the end of the month. We are going to be in the Aquarius season. So happy birthday to all the Aquarians out there, and happy birthday to all the Capricorns too. I have two very close Capricorns in my life, two close January Capricorns. So, yeah, and it could be a Capricorn as well, like maybe a Capricorn with an Aquarius ascendant or something like that too. I've noticed that a lot, and people oftentimes have ascendants of the neighboring signs, which makes it hard, especially if they're on a cusp, to know what sign that they are. But yeah, I love that owl. It's feels like intelligent communication. Feels like and getting that knowledge, information, clarity, and great communication with people. So let's see about the love of in your life this month. And you've got winter. Yes, you'll be in winter when love happens, and see what kind of love. Ooh, Zephyr's breath. All right. So I have my handy dandy book here. This is the Fairy Forcast that I designed, and I wrote the book too. And it's meant to be about, forecasting things. So winter is mostly forecast, not necessarily about love, but about timing. And this is a season to hibernate and get cozy. It's a perfect time to retreat and reflect. You can use this time to explore a dark side or shadow self. If you're in a stable relationship or a committed relationship already, then this is just saying you feel safe and steady and everything is fine. But if you're not, you may find a new love this month. So some of you may find new love. I'm not necessarily feeling a message for twin flames or crushes necessarily coming through. Maybe in the Zephyr's breath, we'll see. But I feel like something new coming through. Yes. But love in general explores sides of you that you need to face, and love heals all. Wow, I'm so deep, aren't I? All right. And then Zephyr breath is like that breath of fresh air. it sometimes signals like the changing of seasons. So January, we don't have any change of seasons, but there could be some weather that gets a little colder or a little warmer maybe. In the Zephyr's breath, the breeze is coming from the west, and there's like a sweetness in the air. So you might feel like the first smell of spring before spring really settles in. That's for the northern hemisphere. It's interesting that we talked a little bit about the southern hemisphere. So southern hemisphere is experiencing summer right now. So there could be cool breezes coming in to your hot days. So the reverse of that. I feel flowers though, like a smell of floral scent coming through. It smells like spring, even though it might not be spring yet for you. And also, or autumn, like remembering the smell of autumn, like a campfire or something like that reminds you of autumn. But anyway, it's either way, it represents a happy omen. It's a good sign, and it represents something or someone is soon coming to you to give you a happy, lighthearted feeling. So this is a new love that could be coming through this month for a lot of you out there. All right, and then let's find out more about love. We have you are limitless. See, we were talking about limits in pile 2, so you might want to go back to pile 2, and the swans came out in pile 2, so check out, this could be a clue to love life in pile 2. Those of you who want the full Monty, the whole shebang, if you want to have like abundance galore in January and love life galore in January, then this pile and pile 2 will give you that whole picture. But so far, as far as love is concerned, for pile 3, it just seems kind of cool, chill, friendship, hanging out, not either you're already in a very happy, content relationship, or you're just hanging out with friends, or a new person may or may not come in, maybe sometime this month. But the limitless just means that the possibilities are endless. So who cares? Like whatever you want, you can bring into your life. It feels like I love how this blends together, that face and then the unicorn face. Isn't that beautiful? And then from a distance, it just looks like the shadow of the unicorn. So I just feel like you're not putting labels on things, maybe you have a situationship, maybe you have a twin flame, but you're not calling it anything like that. Maybe it's just all about really getting into your success and your pleasures and diving into work and enjoying things for yourself. So let's see what about your healing message. And you have kindness. That's a good one. So kindness. Oh, I'm going to hold this one too because kindness is so pretty. The picture is really beautiful. Let's look at this very carefully. So it's like wintry, and it's like an old snow tree man and a little kid. And dandelions, like, or flower, no, that's like a daisy. Like, what's a daisy doing in the snow? So interesting, kind of back to the Zephyr's breath. Like, and also, like, this is giving, very platonic energy. Like, you could be an older person taking care of kids. You could be established, happy person in a relationship, but your love is being expressed by animals and children and things like that. Okay, so cultivate consideration and understanding of other people. This may entail a conscious effort to actively care about another person, especially someone who challenges you emotionally or has a strong personality. Make a concerted effort to perk up someone else's day by doing something considerate, good, and loving. Acts of kindness show others that they matter and that kindness is a choice, even in the face of resentment and self-centeredness. I kind of had a moment like that on Christmas Day, and I'm glad I leaned into my kindness. Say something nice to a colleague or a family member and show appreciation to the people around you. Also, the other day I was on a phone call with somebody who had kind of a snotty sound to her voice, you know, but I treated her like she didn't. Like I treated her like she was really, and she honestly, she was very helpful. She was very helpful. She was very matter of fact and helpful, and she got the job done in a minimum of time. And so I was like, thank you so much. And I was calling her by her name and being really nice. And she seemed happy at the end of the conversation. Like I could hear the smile in her voice when she hung up with me. And I feel like, you know, everyone deserves that once in a while, even if they're not normally like really super gracious people. They deserve to feel good about their work. So whatever. Say something nice to a colleague or a family member and show appreciation to the people around you. This is a great way to start acknowledging the goodness in yourself and reflecting it to others. Kindness tends to be contagious. You know, it makes it so much easier in life. I know that we shouldn't always give in, like my Libra side, but at the same time, kindness does bring a nice mutual camaraderie, a mutual feeling of lightheartedness, you know. It just makes scenes and situations just feel more relaxed and enjoyable, I think. So when you share your kindness with others, others will be moved by your example, and they'll be more likely to do something kind as well. Look for someone who could use a friendly smile or some light conversation. There are individuals everywhere who need a bit of kindness. You could volunteer to read on a children's ward at the hospital, visit an aged care center, or chat with a neighbor who could use some company. So this little small boy is receiving a daisy from a wise old tree. Daisies are associated with simplicity, tolerance, and cleanliness. The gift of a daisy can signify devotion. The squirrels, birds, and rabbits are gregarious and relate to being sociable. If you've been keeping yourself or staying at home, keeping to yourself, this is a push to get out and visit someone who might need company. Taking a little time to call someone on the phone and being a caring listener is an act of kindness. Trees are grounded in the earth and reach up into the heavens. They help you have a higher vision of the difference you can make in someone's life. The robin on one of the tree's branches brings a fresh perspective. Are you drawn to the child or to the wise older tree? A specific relative may be represented here. An older or younger relation may very much benefit from you spending time with them. Consider how you can spend a little kindness today. I was just thinking of somebody in my family, Sarah Kay, and I got to see her again at Christmas, and I hadn't seen her in a long time. Yeah, and I think she could use a little help, so this is a good reminder for me too. All right, so let's see what other message you have. We have fertility, ding, ding, ding. So as far as health is concerned, some of you could be very fertile this month. And it's interesting, somebody that I know that's interested in getting pregnant, I often give this advice, like sometimes like volunteering for something can bring on that ability to get pregnant. I don't know why, but I've seen that before. Also, I've seen people who adopt a kid get pregnant right away after adoption. So not saying to adopt necessarily, but sometimes that that kindness or that giving energy or that volunteering energy or connecting with kids or whatever, like sometimes just getting out there with the people in a service way other than your work, you know, something that's different from work, can stir this fertility thing. So if you're interested in getting pregnant, I think these two things can go hand in hand. And some of you could be like in a beautiful, established, loving relationship and you're interested in getting pregnant. So there you go. That is possible here. All right, so let's see about money again. You've got so many good messages about money, but let's put a nice final stamp on it. We've got big happy changes and take action. And this could, actually can be in a lot of areas of your life, taking action. I feel like if you're taking action, then that could definitely bring happy changes. Look at all the you know, it's not a horse, it's a unicorn, but you've got that kind of charge energy. Take charge, go for it energy. Okay, let's see what your charms have to say. Ooh, you got the big Christmas box. This is, I'm going to go ahead and open it for you. And sometimes things get stuck on it because there's a magnet. You've got the number 2, takes 2, T for 2. And you have, and actually 3 in here. You've got 3 angels. Oh, and they're coming out today. And so these 3 angels, it's like a gift you got for Christmas in a way. Like the angels brought you different things. So one of the things they brought you was flowers. They brought you a candle, which is fire, and they brought you bread, loaves of bread. I think that's what that is. So, 3 kings. Also, I feel like you know, Christmas season isn't yet fully over to me until you complete the 3 Kings Day, which is January 6th. You know, that's where the 3 kings come and give gifts. That's the actual gifting day. But, you know, Christmas Eve is when they look for a place to stay and have the baby. And then 3 Kings is where they come give gifts. And in between is just whatever, you know. Yeah, Christmas, whatever. But, so it's interesting, this, you know, the actual kind of storyline. But I feel like January 6th is an important day, so keep that in mind. And also gifts, something having to do with gifts. You've got brave. I feel like abundance is clear here. You got a cellar full of wine, the really old wine that's priced, the very valuable. Ooh, you got Saint Anthony here, and Saint Anthony is the patron saint. Like, it's kind of bright, isn't it? Anyway, I closed all my blinds, but it's still sort of bright. Let me see if I can adjust this. A little bit. Okay, there. So yeah, Saint Anthony is the patron saint of lovers. It's the Italian love day. Instead of we have Valentine's Day. We have Saint Anthony is the Italian Valentine's Day, so to speak. You have forever brave, so that's really nice. And flower, what does flower mean? And you have Libra. Okay, it's telling you about Libra. Libra is charming. Being charming is a nice thing. And we have Saint Dymphna, which is helpful to those who may have some depression or whatever. Like you could be reaching out to somebody that has those kinds of issues, providing a Saint Dymphna loving, encouraging energy around them. What was I going to say about Saint Dymphna? And I know, like, this could also be the time of the year, like, because of the cold weather and the lack of sun and stuff, a lot of people are deprived of vitamin D, and it affects their moods, you know, like this time of the year affects moods. And that's why it's important to have parties and things where you get togethers with people and stuff to keep that mood high and alive and stuff. And you've got passport, so there could be some traveling going on this month, or maybe you're just gearing up for next month, some traveling. We have the snowflake. No 2 snowflakes are alike. They represent one of a kind, 1 in a million. The patterns are all unique and different. But you could be actually dealing with some beautiful snow this month, or a beautiful, unique person, or yourself discovering that you yourself are this beautiful, unique, one-of-a-kind person, and there's nobody like you. And I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. Feel free to comment below. Check out check out subscription. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. But if you have, I really appreciate you coming back and always being with me for these readings. I have a list of members that I'd like to get. If you want to become a member, just hit that join button, and the join button will take you to a list of tiers, and you can just pick your tier, whatever one you want. It starts off at $2, $1.99, just to be a sparkle of light, and that way you can get some really fun badges and emojis when we're hanging out live together. So my sparkles of light are Maurice, Denise, Divine Goddess, Gloria Burke, Rainbow, Divine Pearls medium or half medium, Patricia, Miss Fred, Giggles, Terry, and No Name. And then my Twin Flame level is $10, and you get a message, special message at 11:11, and that's Luisa Silva. My Fool of Faith member is Mary Joy. My Golden Fairy is Wolfie Baby Doll. My Platinum Pixies are Cheryl Borelli and Claudia Lane. So thank you. That's a $25 a month subscription. You get a 25-minute reading every month plus charms, and that's a really good deal. If you don't want to do a subscription, you're always welcome to reach out to me and get a private reading. But the private reading regular price list is a little bit different. It's not, I wouldn't say it's outrageous or high or anything, but it's not as great as deal as if you become a member. And there, you can also become a member on my Patreon page. So thank you those who are members over there as well. And over there you can see all the behind the scenes artwork that I've been doing for my upcoming decks. One of the decks that I drew, or mostly drew, was the Lenormand, but I'm getting more, because of your help and support, I was able to get an iPad last year and and program that helps me draw really beautiful images more quickly and able to translate into card form, because the medium that I used before didn't translate so well. So now with the digital, it's turning out really nice. So I really appreciate that. It's been a really amazing boost in my life, and exciting to see my artwork come to life and turn into decks. And so if you're interested in seeing all that stuff, then I really be happy to see you over there on Patreon as well. In my description box, you can see all the other places that you can reach out to me. You can even sing with me on Smule, whatever you like. I am considering doing other things like teaching some kind of class or something, so like a beginner's tarot or a beginner's Lenormand. So you guys let me know in the comment section if you're interested in any of that. And I have to just kind of imagine what kind of how I would set it up. So, but you guys let me know, and I hope you have a wonderful January and a wonderful new year. Happy New Year, everyone. Until we meet again, thank you guys for coming out with me watching fireworks last night. But I should be back on Friday to doing a regular live at the regular time. All right, until then, faith, trust, and pixie dust.